the almost full moon partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which is my sign. Wow. This energy is intense per usual. Mars is in Aries, and I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I have been known to have some road rage. Okay, it's not like out of control, but it's just one of those things that like it triggers me. And yesterday I was driving to work and I pulled out, and then there was this car that like flew up on me and was just riding my ass so hard, and I felt my blood pressure go up, and I started like getting so angry, and I was just like talking to this person who could not hear me in, my rear view mirror, like, hey dude, chill out. And I could have let that scenario escalate and make both of us even angrier, but instead I got over and I let that person go because I realized clearly this person had somewhere to be and I was in the way, and it wasn't worth it for me to frustrate them even more than they already were frustrated just to be in control of that situation. I had to take the higher road, and sometimes that's so difficult, but right now with Mars and Aries, more than ever, if you are capable of taking that higher road, take it, because sometimes other people are not able to do that, and all you're going to do is escalate the situation, and that doesn't benefit anybody. So maybe somebody can learn from that lesson. And when I let the guy pass me, he waved at me, he was like, cool, thanks for being cool, even though I was a dick. And I'm like, go do you, boo. I'm not gonna let you ruin my day. So that's just, a lesson that I needed. And, he flew off, and I hope that maybe it helped him calm down a little, seeing as I got out of his way, but I don't know. Who knows what happened with that scenario, but at least I didn't add more fuel to the fire. So I want to pull a Moonology card. I'm going to have to probably look at the book because I don't know these ones that well, but seeing as this is such a powerful moon, I'm a Capricorn, and I'm telling you, all the dang planets are going into Capricorn, and I'm like, I thought I already took care of all this. But it's like, that's cute. And I'm not gonna edit that out because that's real life. Okay, I'm good. And I think you should see real life, I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect, so let's just get that out of the way. But yeah, so many planets are retrograde and they're going into Capricorn, and it's exhausting. Okay, so we got a third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. And I think it's kind of funny because, even though this isn't anything to do with a lunar eclipse, the moon is covered. And I think that, eclipses are a great time for us to look at things in our life and see what needs to be eclipsed out, and a great time for adjustments. And sometimes life just comes in and says, you know what, this isn't working, so I'm just going to eclipse this out. So let's see, what does the third quarter moon. So it says, attuned to the moon. I am re-evaluating the situation. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move this situation forwards. So we know where we have been, but where are we going? So I think it's just a really beautiful time to reflect on what adjustments you need to make in your life right now. And, you know, maybe the eclipse will just help move things along. And this is our third eclipse in like a month. So if you just feel like, what the heck is going on, you're not alone. So let's see what our energy cards have to say. If I look distracted, it's because I shut a fly into my window and he's just hanging out. It keeps distracting me. Let's see. You guys. I mean, I guess it's just par for the course, right? Anxiety. It's here. It's shown up in almost every reading I've done since coronavirus hit, so I guess we're just kind of adjusting to being anxious all the time. And caring connections, and you know, Gemini, but Venus was retrograde for a while, which really allowed us to look at what kind of relationships truly benefit you and what you want in a relationship. And I think now that it's direct, you know, perhaps there's adjustments that you had to make in relationships. You know, I know a lot of people broke up because they just realized that it wasn't working for them. And, you know, maybe you have to get really clear on what you want in relationships. And Mercury is retrograde and it's in Cancer, and Cancer is all about those caring connections. So, you know, it's a time to really get honest with yourself. And this root chakra, which I've talked about, but it's our safety, it's our stability, it's, you know, do you feel safe in the world, and do you have people in your life that allow you to feel safe? You know, are you safe to be yourself around the people that you have in your life? I think that that's so important. And, you know, whenever this comes up, I always just think of that divine feminine wisdom, that intuition, that relying on yourself. And it's not even, you know, men and women. This is just feminine energy. And we are in Cancer season, so that makes sense. You know, trust yourself and just be honest. Like, what do you appreciate in life? And what are some things that maybe you need willing to let go of, that maybe, you know, it's a one-sided relationship. You know, if you look at this side, it's full of growth, and this side's all dead. So perhaps this is just letting go of what doesn't truly appreciate you. I don't know. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's see what goddess wants to come through for this powerful full moon. You know, and the full moon is in Capricorn, and we're currently in Cancer season, and those two have just been, because, okay, so I'm a Capricorn, which means that the other side of my personality is Cancer, and I have tried so hard to, you know, just be this strong, independent woman, but what you guys don't know about me is I cry all the time. Okay? Don't get it twisted. I can't even watch certain videos on Facebook because I'll just start bawling my eyes out. I am super freaking sensitive. And not like when I'm in a debate with somebody, I'm not going to cry about that, but like if I watch something that just tugs on my heartstrings, game over, you know, or if I'm fighting with somebody that I love deeply and, you know, it hurts my heart, I will cry. So, you know, and I fought that really hard when I was younger. You know, my parents would be like, Amanda, don't cry. But I'm sensitive AF, so I cry when I get angry, when I'm happy, when whatever. That's just who I am as a person, and I can't help that. And the thing is, I tried to help it for a long time, and so I built walls up around myself. So if anybody ever tells me not to cry, I have to remove myself from that situation because it makes me want to build the walls up again and not be able to allow anybody in. So, I don't know. I think that, you know, finding the balance between being sensitive and caring and building walls and not bridges, or building bridges and not walls, you know, is really important. And that's hard because it's so much easier to just build a wall and keep people out, but you know, bridges are what keep you connected to people, and I think at the end of the day, that's what we want. Connection. Caring connections. Alright, let's see. Oh. So we got quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. And with as intense as these energies are, it only makes sense to give yourself space to have your own time to connect to yourself, your thoughts, whatever. You know, that's so important, especially with all of the noise that is out there. And then I want to do one of these. This is going to be a long reading, but I mean, shoot, it's a full moon lunar eclipse. A lot wants to come through, so let's just see. After the storm, you know, there's so much going on right now, and there has been so much energy moving and shifting, and there have been things, you know, systems being broken down, and I see it as this time of transformation. And, you know, there has been a storm, and I still think that we're going through it, but, you know, I think after a storm, there's always that rebuilding. So let's see what this says. There's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excitement about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of a promising, hopeful vision for your future. I love that. It says, sometimes the pressures that fuel the storms of our lives have been building up for a long time without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds creating unnecessary burdens upon us, such as burdens of fear or self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of a mistaken belief that this is necessary for survival. Sometimes the pressure is a little more than the impossible dream of perfection, and a need to gently, or even with great dramatic flourish, cast that aside, so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. I love that. You know, life isn't always unicorns and rainbows, and sometimes we have to have these storms to show us what's truly important, and to show us where the foundations are shaky in our lives, and to show us that we can vision a better future together. You know, I love that it's an owl. Owls are all about that wisdom, that intuitive wisdom. So how can you just allow this energy to really help you envision the life that you truly want to create? You know, sometimes things just I don't know. I just think that life happens for you and not to you. And that's the only way I can live my life, because if I didn't, absolutely nothing would make sense. It's all happening for you. So just trust that. Let's do one last Miracles Now card. I pray before I pay. You know, and I think that right now, money talks. What you are deciding to invest in, you know, the companies and that sort of thing, do they align with your values? I think that's something that we really need to look at, just as a collective, as society, you know, get really honest about the kind of companies that you want to support, and, you know, don't just buy things aimlessly. Like, really think about it. Do you need it? Or, you know, because I do feel like we are such a society of consumption, and something has got to give. Like, Mama Earth is like, you guys need to get. Sorry, it cut off on me. But I do think that Mama Earth is like, hey, you guys need to get your shit together. And I don't know how else I can wake you up. I've given you viruses, like, wake up. And really align your values with what you purchase. I just think we need to be more conscious of that. So I hope this video serves you in some way, shape, or form. Make sure that you drink your water because this energy is so intense. So you want to stay hydrated and take care of your body, get lots of sleep extra if you need to, eat high vibe foods, get outside, get that fresh air, but make sure that if you are near people, you are wearing a mask. And yeah, I'm sending you guys so much love. Um, right now, I mean, shit, 2020 has been wild, but I'm holding on to hope that it is going to create a better future. So take what resonates, leave the rest, and sending you so much love. Have a beautiful now, and I will see you soon.